I was lucky enough to train with Juji and Tom a few weeks back, and it definitely was a surreal experience to say the least. I've watched their channel since I started posting my videos, and I never imagined collabing with them or being able to train at the ever-famous gym for it. While we were trying to decide on which content to put on my channel, Tom had a really good idea of me writing a piece on why, of all things fitness or strength-oriented, Juji stays the fuck away from weightlifting.
Are you doing Olympic lifts?
Hell no. Well, we're not going to take part in any of that in any way, shape, or form. So we're bodybuilding.
So in my opinion, there is somewhat of a natural progression from bodybuilding to powerlifting or vice versa. And this isn't exclusive to actual competitive bodybuilders or powerlifters. This is generally how gym bros and fit chicks train. People who want to get strong and look good progressively load, compound, and isolation movements like a powerlifter or a bodybuilder would. This is a great place to start. However, it's becoming more and more common to walk into a 24-hour fitness, a Gold's Gym, or any Globo gym for that matter, and have there be an IWF standard weightlifting bar and rubber discs meant for dropping. Although weightlifting focuses on qualities like mobility, stability, rate of force development, general proprioception, and kinesthetic awareness, it doesn't really fit in with the 20-somethings goals to look good or the 40-somethings goals to be healthy. I think these bars primarily are in Globo gyms because of the growth of CrossFit and the popularity of the sport because of superstars like Lou, Lasha, and Klokov. There's a decent amount of people who want to at least dabble in the sport, so the demand is actually there. But what is commonly misunderstood is the skill curve of the sport. In fact, the level of skill required to complete a maximal snatch would better be compared to the level of skill involved in any Olympic-style throwing event. However, you would never see a throwing pit or a javelin field in or near any Globo gym, nor would you see any of the general population experimenting with the throws. Olympic-style weightlifting is tedious in every step of the way. Whether you're just beginning, intermediate, or advanced, you really have to be interested in it. So anyways, back to Juji and why he doesn't want to weightlift.
All right, so no, I wasn't good at it. Naturally, I was bad at it, I feel, but also I didn't like it that much. So there are things that I've done that I'm naturally bad at, like tricking acrobatic stuff. I'm genetically not great for that, but I love it. So I did do pretty well with it because even if I suck at it, I still like to do it, and you can get pretty good at it. But for Olympic lifting, I was just having a really hard time picking it up, but I didn't really like it either. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't find it as, I didn't see myself becoming a person that was, moving appreciable weights in it. It wasn't really a goal I could attach myself to and just go at,
So Juji and Tom are explorers of the strength and fitness world. Their content truly is incredible and incredibly entertaining. They do grip training, tricking, strongman training, powerlifting, bodybuilding, arm wrestling, but you would never see them training the snatch or the clean and jerk in gym fort. And this is because they can typically balance all of the other prior training modes while still getting relatively stronger and looking aesthetically better. This may or may not be true about training weightlifting. I mean, they absolutely could get stronger or look better while they get better at weightlifting, but the weightlifting aspect may seem so daunting of a task that they don't even really want to get started on it. As far as the general population is concerned, you can learn the bench, squat, and deadlift and find a program online and succeed without much coaching. However, if you ask any experienced weightlifter, the number one way to learn and to train would be to find a weightlifting coach and a weightlifting gym. Similar to if you wanted to learn jujitsu or boxing or any martial art really, it would be incredibly difficult to train without the eye of an expert and proper facilities. This, however, doesn't mean that it can't be done. It's just a lot more difficult to do it the right way. So in my humblest of opinions, weightlifting's place in the fitness world for right now is nothing more than just having standardized weightlifting specific equipment in popular gyms. I mean, even if you go to big fitness expos, there most likely won't be any weightlifting representation, whereas powerlifting will be all over the place. I don't want to come off as the gatekeeper of the sport. My point isn't to try to get weightlifting out of Globo gyms and make it some sort of exclusive cult. In fact, I would actually rather the opposite, and I kind of like the fact that weightlifting is in Globo gyms. After all, a substantial amount of my experienced weightlifters train at Globo gyms because it's cheap. However, my point is that I think it's important to discern that just because weightlifting exists in more places doesn't mean you can expect results as a weightlifter, or even worse, expect to enjoy it.